Ryan D of ZZP here today, guys. Today, it's pretty freaking cold in Michigan. That's why I have my new gray ZZP beanie on, kind of keep me warm. But don't worry, today we're gonna take another hot take from me about Crackle tunes. All right, guys, so let's start off. What is a Crackle tune? When you let the throttle all the way off, there's usually some way that stops you from accelerating and stops, either air or fuel coming in. What most cars do is they will have a fuel cut instead of a spark cut to, keep everything happy and keep all unburnt fuel out of your exhaust and everything. For people who want to hear all the burbles and the pops and it sounds like the pop rocks coming out of the back of your car for no dang reason, that's when your tuner or someone else with knowledge can change that so instead it will be a spark cut. So what this does is send unburnt fuel through your exhaust, through all your exhaust components. It gets hot, it starts burbling and popping and banging and all this stuff. Guys, it doesn't sound good. It just sounds like your car is broken. The reason why people think that Crackle tunes sound cool is because it sounds like an aggressive two-step per se. Two-steps build boost by manipulating the ignition timing and ignition cut, as well as RPM limit. What it does at the line, a lot of flames and pops and bangs happen, and then you launch hard, you're launching at 15, 20, 10, whatever amount of boost you need to run. People are like, oh man, that sounds really cool. What if I did that just while slowing down and doing the opposite of what a two-step does? Guys, you're literally just getting the negatives of the two-step along with this. The negatives being, number one, this does send shock waves and frequencies through your exhaust and actually your valve train. Your rockers and your cams and your lash adjusters / lifters, depending on what car you have. All that stuff is, vibrating through your engine. And it's not gonna do anything better. Is it gonna do anything much worse? No, not terribly worse. But what it does do is just put extra wear and tear on it where it's not really necessary. And on your other side, on the exhaust side, it's putting hot, unburnt fuel through your cat, your high flow cat, or your resonator, or your muffler. All the perforation and all the other stuff inside there doesn't like all that crap going through it. So, but I know what you're gonna say. Oh, well, it doesn't matter to me, I'm straight piped. Oh, it doesn't matter to me, I don't have a cat, or I don't have all this other stuff. Well, number one, we definitely don't suggest not running without a cat. We suggest a high flow cat for your vehicles. In 99% of the cases, they sound better and don't really rob any power. Number two, not a single car on the planet sounds good with a straight pipe. You just made your nice car sound really cheap and really crappy. You decided that you just wanted to have nothing to quiet the car down. You get a lot of drone, your neighbors hate you, a lot of people driving next to you really don't like the sound of your car, and you're not being edgy or cool. It just really sounds like you just were too cheap to get a nice sounding exhaust. We'll use the 350Z as an example. 350Z, when it first came out, it was known as a really nice sounding car, really good quality sounding naturally aspirated V6. Now, people straight pop them, they sound like trumpets. Really bad, terrible sounding trumpets. Straight piping, no car sounds good. You want to have at least 3 to 4 of the main components to quiet the car down and make it actually sound good. Well, we'll actually go with 5 for this one. Number 1 is a high flow cat. Number 2, a resonator. And number 3, a muffler. Those are your main 3. You need to at least have 2 or 3 of those for your car to sound good in most cases. Number 4 is a turbo. Number 5 is power. Because pretty much everything with power sounds really good. A lot of times, with a drag pipe, that's something that's kind of a necessary evil, so they kind of get a pass. But you're on your street car, you're just getting drone and a lot of unnecessary stuff. But either way, guys, all your Crackle tunes and your pop rocks coming out of the back, that doesn't sound cool. It's not hot. We don't support it here. We will do it if you absolutely beg us to do it. Probably not beg us, if you ask us to do it in your tune, we will unfortunately do it. But we don't suggest it, guys. No one thinks it sounds cool. It's talking to you, Sonic, and you ATS guys. You guys are the main culprits, some of you Cobalt guys too. And just make your car sound good, have a good even tone, and just keep it the way it is. And then you'll be happier, the people around you be happier, and we'll just make the car seem better by not having Crackle tunes and verbally pop tunes and two-step contests and stuff like that. Come on now, we can do better than that. All right, guys, this is a hot take from Ryan D at ZZP. If you have any other questions, feel free to hit us up at customer service@ZZPerformance.com. We'll see you next time.